Good afternoon. So earlier in the year I made a video which is a broader video encompassing all of the anonas that I have in the yard, which do pretty good in the Central Valley. But this video I wanted to just specifically break it down and talk about Atemoyas. So Atemoyas, I'm sure a lot of you already know it, but it is a cross between a cherimoya and a sugar apple tree. When both of those combine, you get an Atemoya. So focusing on this Atemoya, I'm not sure what variety it is. Looking at it, it is very likely a Gefner, but Atemoya, no problem at all in the Central Valley with the heat and the cold, especially the cold. I mean, these guys can take the cold. I really don't protect these guys at all. But as you can see, I mean, it is setting a fair number of fruits. This one is not quite done yet. I'm gonna give it maybe another week or so. It's still pretty hard to the touch. So Atemoya, specific to this tree, during the construction of the pergola, one of the beams actually dropped and nearly cut this guy in half. But that was about 2 years ago, and it made a good comeback. So Atemoya, this particular guy is about 3 years old. It's been in the ground 2 years, and when we first got it, it was about the size of this guy right here, which my guesstimation would be about a year old. So it's about 3 years old. So moving on to this guy right here. This is an African Pride Atemoya. Technically not. You don't need to hand pollinate the African Pride. They do really well in the Central Valley as well. But there is a fine print when it comes to self-pollination, as in not needing to be hand pollinated. And that is, you get a lot better results if you hand pollinate these guys. So this is an African Pride. This guy is a Gefner Atemoya, the most common variety Atemoya. Also, just like African Pride, reported to be self-pollinating, as in you don't need to hand pollinate these guys. But again, hand pollination takes very little effort. So African Pride, Gefner. Another Atemoya back here. This is a Lisa Atemoya. The cool thing about this particular guy is, or gal, I guess, based on the name, it's a bit pink. I know there's a different variety of Gefner that is red, but this particular Lisa Atemoya is pink in nature. And I wanted to show you another Atemoya of unknown variety back here. So this another Atemoya. Again, likely a Gefner. I'm not sure what variety it is, but I made the mistake of letting the flowers near the tip of the branches to fruit, as opposed to the flowers that are near the base of the plant's fruit. Because what happens is these fruits, being that it is close to the trunk of the tree, they are a lot better in the sense that they're a lot bigger, and also it's a lot sweeter, just because it's very close to the trunk. That's where a lot of the nutrients come out of. So, and another mistake too, obviously, is due to the sheer weight of the fruits, I have to prop these guys up, give them a lot of structural support. Yeah, this guy is loaded, as you can see. Yeah, just like the other unknown Atemoya, he's going about 3 years, been in the ground since February of 2018. So yeah, just 3 years old. This is what you get. I did, as with all my anonas, I do hand pollinate them just for better results, just because again, why not? So, and just a tip on pollinating Atemoyas or Anonas in general. The more pollens that you get in your brush and you apply it to the female flower, the bigger the fruit generally is. And also, you get more seeds. However, in my opinion, the seeds is really not a big deal, just because you're not gonna eat it. You're just gonna spit it out anyway. So, yeah, Atemoya. And I've got one more that I want to show you. It is a very special one, and I've not been able to find a whole lot of information about this particular variety. This is the Atemoya that I did the video on planting a tropical tree. But this particular variety is a red Israel Atemoya. Again, very elusive, not a whole lot of information on it. But just like the Lisa, this one is red in nature. From what I've been able to deduce out of the research, is it was just like Gefner. It was developed in Israel. So yeah, I mean, again, in summary, Atemoya, no problem at all with the Central Valley heat and cold. I mean, as you can see, I mean, he's sitting out here being baked in full day sun, and I mean, there's not a whole lot of microclimate over here protecting him. So yeah, that is it, Atemoya. All right, have a good afternoon.